So, I've restarted my game. Got my usual companions on back. We're down to about level 10, so I'm running with orc weaponry.
Oh, pardon me. Was I in your way?
Nah, you're good, man. And we're over here at Windhelm.
You're not wanted. You eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
But we haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is because they're Imperial spies.
Imperial spies? You can't be serious.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight, little spy. We got ways of finding out what you really are.
Some odd shadowing happening to your face.
Do you hate the Dark Elves? Are you here to bully us and tell us to leave? You've come to the wrong city, then. Windhelm's a haven of prejudice and narrow thinking, unworthy of one such as you. Nothing new there. Most of the Nords living in Windhelm don't care much for us, but Rolf is the worst by far. He likes to get drunk and walk around the Breakwater yelling insults at us in the small hours of the morning. Oh, a real charmer, that one. Some of these Nords will come up with any excuse to despise us. And it isn't just the Dark Elves they hate. They make a target of the Argonians as well. In fact, just about anyone who isn't a Nord is fair game for their bullying. May your path be free from danger.
Don't worry, buddy. Do gotta say, though, while I'm not exactly endorsing what the Nords do, they are indeed racist assholes. She's from Morrowind. Morrowind is a state where... Oh, sorry, child.
Well, hey there.
Where they explicitly attack Black Marsh to capture Argonians for the purpose of slavery. You weren't exactly kind to Argonians themselves. Slavery is so... Oh yeah, I hear you, buddy. So endorsed in Morrowind culture that they have an insult based around the fact that you are a servant by calling you a fetcher, as in you fetch items for your master. Anyways, this is why we're at Windhelm. We are going to head on over and do the Dragonborn DLC.
I'm not going back there anymore. It's hard to explain. I remember those people with the masks coming on board. Then, the next thing I remember, I was here, and they were gone. And that's not right, losing whole days like that. There's been something strange going on there for a while. But after this, I'm done. I'm not going back to Solstheim.
Yeah, about that, buddy.
If you've been listening to me, I'm not going back there.
Alright, well, I hate to do this.
Hold on now. I'm just a simple sailor. I never wanted to get mixed up in any of this. Alright, I'll take you. But we leave immediately.
Great boat ride. And, oh, that seems to be the, inspection, so let's just avoid that. And oh my god, it's so beautiful. We're in Morrowind. Part of Morrowind. Now, there's a reason I want to head on over here. Oh, gotta cut that out. And,
This is House Redwood territory. You do well to remember.
Man, look at that bone mold armor. It's so great seeing Morrowind in somewhat HD and in VR. And hey, got a few items here. Let's just use some of these new mods I got. A spell wheel and a harvest spell. God, this shit is so cool. They just go around and they gather stuff and come right on back and drop it off on me. Oh, that's not good. Just gotta fix this up before someone gets mad. Yeah, there we go, perfect. So, as to why I'm doing Dragonborn now, as well as I restarted a new game because some new mods changed around. I want to change my mod list. Secondly, a lot of stuff here in the Dragonborn DLC works out far better when you get it way earlier.
No, this isn't just your run-of-the-mill pickaxe. I'm talking about an ancient Nordic pickaxe. They don't exactly grow on trees, you know. I prefer to handle these things on my own.
Ah,
If you see
not on the up and up, I
give
see.
me that pickaxe back, and I'll pay you for the trouble. Take a look.
So with our new environments, you know, gotta have a outfit that I wear during this segment. So hunted around for some mods and got some
No, wait. Maybe. I don't know how I know that name. I'm not sure. I don't want to talk about this.
So I grabbed a mod that adds an outfit that is more Morrowind themed. I'll just need to cut that leather I found into strips. Oh, Sejuma. Too bad this game has no stats, so the alcohol items aren't that useful.
Raven Rock Traveler. Could I interest you in any fine ash-grown food?
Ah, there we go. Nice snazzy niche armor. Need to cut a few more strips though, and the hell is going on? I'd ask if you're taking too much skooma, but I don't think that stuff goes into your nose. And yes, I'm gonna laugh at you. That's not how you get customers. And speaking of skooma and the fact that there's no stats in here, which is kind of disappointing. No taking a bunch of skooma, then a bunch of Sejuma, and just breaking your weapon off one hit because you boosted your strength stats so high. But you killed whoever the hell you were trying to kill, alright? Something I'm going to admit, this is actually my first time here at the Dragonborn DLC area, so I'm not quite sure on where to go. But this does give me a chance to take a look over at the volcano that's gone up in Morrowind that pretty much required everyone to migrate out off to Skyrim. Yep, there it is. There is a mod for Morrowind that lets you play in VR. And what was funny when I was watching a video of someone doing it, they're attacking an enemy with their dagger and they go, "Huh, I'm not hitting him. The hitboxes might not be right." And like, you fucking clown, you don't know how Morrowind plays. You weren't. It's not the hitboxes, your stats are low.
Damn it, woman. I said to leave me be.
Precious, last time you explored the mine, you almost fell to your death. I'm not spending the rest of my days as a widow.
And I'm telling you that I'll do whatever it takes to find my great-grandfather's remains. He's down here. I can feel it.
That
Is
was
there some
almost
way I can
2
assist you?
centuries ago. There may be nothing left to find.
Just let me go, woman.
Precious, you're an obstinate old fool and you're going to get yourself killed.
Well then, that was awkward.
Who in the blazes are you? Can't you see I'm busy? Why should I tell you? I don't even know who you are. Exploring, huh? Most folks think this place isn't worth the effort. But mark my words, these mines hold a secret that could put Raven Rock back on the map. A secret the East Empire Company swept under the rug 2 centuries ago. It killed my great-grandfather and left Raven Rock with a worthless and tainted mine. Gratian Kyrelius. He spent his entire life exploring ancient ruins across Tamriel, and he died in these very mines almost 200 years ago. The East Empire Company called it a terrible accident, claiming that he was lost in a rockfall, but I know better. My wife and I were cleaning out our home, and we came across some of my great-grandfather's things locked in an old chest. I found an unsent letter he'd written to the East Empire Company, and a key. It describes a discovery that was made in the mine by some of the diggers. They wanted Gratian to take a closer look. The East Empire Company must have felt it was of great value, as they locked that section of the mine off from everyone else. It is. Well, I assume it is. I haven't been able to find the entrance. Finally, someone who believes me. I'm telling you, there's something big down there. Something that the East Empire Company wanted to hide from everyone. Look, my wife nags that I'm too old to go traipsing around these mines chasing my story. Time's my enemy. It's caught up with me before I could find the answers that I'm looking for. I do. I want to know what happened to Gratian, and what the East Empire Company's keeping from all of us. Gratian kept a journal of notes about his discoveries. If you can find his remains, I'm hoping it will help. Here's everything I have. The letter, the key. Please, do this for me, so I can finally regain the respect that I've lost.
So, it's been...
The damn fool doesn't even deserve to have it. The pickaxe was made for mining, not selling. I'll bet he stole it from the Skull in the first place.
Maybe we shouldn't get involved until after we get our reward from this guy.
Be careful down there. The mine can be treacherous.
But that mine's been down, or closed off, or an incident happened 200 years ago. And the mine's been open this whole time? What have they been doing down here? Now, as I said, I've changed up some of my mods and gotten rid of a few things I wasn't really using. For example, the stuff that lets me like throw weapons, and as well as the mods that has me craft certain weapons that were made explicitly for throwing. I got a more updated version of the Higgs mod, which means I can actually do shit like this. Yeah, here we go. So, this mod, God, I can't remember the name, allows me to basically enchant my weapon with whatever element spell is in my other hand, in this case, ice. And with the ice spell, it takes me a bit to actually realize what it does, but I believe the first hit will render their frost defense to 0, and then there's also a system where it adds stacks onto the enemy, and once I hit 3 of those stacks, it causes that little ice explosion that does a good chunk of damage to one enemy.
Some way I can assist you?
And then there's also, of course, ones for fire as well as thunder or lightning. And also, what's kind of neat, since I can now grab my sword, I don't just grab it. Let me try this again. I don't have to grab the blade. I can also grab the handle as well. Oh, later. And this also works because normally with 2 hands, you still wield it with your 1 hand. This mod lets you grab the handle with your other hand, so you can use it like a proper 2-hander. And, oh. Well, that's weird. Remember, these are actually spiders in-game. I'm just using a mod that changes them to bears because I got arachnophobia. But yeah, now that I can grab the blade, I can also kind of do a half swording, which is something I've talked about, I don't know, a year ago when I first started this Let's Play. this is the bear I threw from all the way up there. Now, for other mods that I got, I've actually, cause you might be able to notice my skin right here looks a little, has a little silver grittiness to it. I've also installed a perk mod, which I'm no longer running a Vorkill. I instead have Ordinator, Spurg, and Path of the Sorcery, as well as a mod that allows you to run all three of those all at once. And yeah, here I am doing my half sorting. God, VR rules so hard. But yeah, so one of the abilities in the alteration line that comes with Ordinator allows me to set up one spell that gets automatically cast at the start of every fight. In this case, I have a one of the oak flesh, or maybe stone flesh spells set up. So every time I enter battle, it automatically gets cast. It's also free, so I don't have to worry about not having any magic. Oh, Jesus Christ. How did that not do way more damage than it did? And as a bonus, it also levels up my alteration skill slowly. So, you know, pretty damn useful. There is another ability that Ordinator has in the alteration tree where I only have to cast the flesh spell once and it just stays on permanently, as well as gets a bonus whenever I'm not wearing any armor. But for now, I mean, I can't think of anything else that I would want to start a fight with. But then again, I am at a low level with most of my spells and whatnot, so maybe later on I'll find something to replace it with. It is so satisfying to two-hand stuff. And hey, that Draugr on the left looks a little suspicious. I can't interact with him. I can loot this one, but I can't loot that one. I know what this is. Thought you could sneak up on me when I walked away, huh? Good hustle, everyone. And apologies for this. I lost pretty much all of my ability to by the way, I can hold items such as food and potions straight up to my mouth and release the grab button and it will consume that item. Pretty neat. But yeah, I need to reshake off my tendency to loot everything as I run by it.
What was that?
Alright, trust no sitting Draugr. Especially the ones who actually have some armor on them, unlike the other ones. Oh, this is a problem. Since when could Draugr summon Atronachs? Fuck. Maybe they could always do that, I just haven't fought Draugr at the right level. Then again, that one doesn't have a Draugr's Frost Astronaut. Maybe that's just a event thing. I don't know. But that's alright. Just take out his helpers first. Oh yeah, this okay, let's try something else. What if I use my own Atronach? And apparently it wasn't needed, as the Frost Atronach just... I don't know. Maybe my companions killed it. Good job, everyone. Well, this is just odd. those items weren't placed anywhere close to where they should be. Now, I need to get the Nordic pickaxe. I probably should have pressed the issue with that one dude to get it back, but if I know my video games, he probably would just tell me to piss off until I finish this quest before he finally gives the thing back. And oh, Jesus Christ. Good lord, that just about fucking killed me. Try to shoot him off, but either this particular spell doesn't work or these ones cannot be shot down. Oh great. These enemies shouldn't be spawning for a while. I'd just like to mention again, I'm somewhere between 10 and 13 on levels, but that's alright. I got a plan. Of course, my companions are ruining that plan. Yeah, my plan is to try and drag him to this. Because, good lord, look at that damage, and there I go. Alright, let's try that again. Now, this is what the skill tree looks like when you're running 3 perk mods. Good fucking lord, look at all that shit. I'm definitely going to be using a whole lot of dragon souls to perks, and I've also got another mod where I can do hunts for trolls and dragons that reward a perk when I turn in the bounty. But here, let's just buff up some of my ice spells some more. Turns out Draugr have a innate defense against frost, like everything else in this fucking game.
What was that?
Ooh, Jesus Christ, one single hit just about killed me. While I usually like to not have to pause in these situations, I'm grateful for it. Holy shit, he had an ebony sword. I shouldn't be getting this thing until like 30s, 40s even. And it's like the penultimate smithing thing, and here we go. I just have a ebony sword now. Now we just need to take out the other guys here. And fantastic, we have a second Draugr Overlord. Now, I think the reason why the first one just about one-shotted me is because he had this ebony longsword. And there goes that good old leap forward attack for one-handers. And got a little concerned there for something. You'll see what happens. here in a minute. Since this guy's got a bow, though, he's probably not going to one-shot me, but still, I'm understandably cautious. Oh, no fucking way. What a fucker. What an asshole. He's got my dagger still. What a fucking piece of shit. Alright. Let's check my inventory. Yep, sure enough, he fucking blew that weapon right out of my hand. Now I'm going to have to literally physically get down on my hands and knees and try looking for this sword. But thankfully I found it. What an asshole. For as great as VR is and immersive as it is, physically getting down on my hands and knees to search for stuff in a video game isn't exactly the greatest experience. But still, a fucking ebony longsword, and I'm probably not going to bother enchanting it because you can't remove enchantments. Whew. But I guess that's what my dagger slot is for. I can have my dagger be my little utility weapon. And here's something that kind of drives me crazy about these kind of games, and I understand I'm being an old fogey, I guess. But the fact that when you have something, I mean, look at this. They gave you a lightning spell book, as well as a bow and arrow, just in case you don't have enough to take out that, just in case you didn't bring the equipment. There's a fireball scroll as well, just in case you can't cast the magic or can't use the bow, like. But, you know, who am I to talk shit? I just got one-shotted. But that's something that kind of, like, on the one hand, sure. God damn it, I need to cut that out too. On the one hand, sure, it's frustrating when you go to a point and it's just you can no longer progress because you don't have this thing. Go back and get it. On the other hand, it just completely removes, like, why should I bother being prepared if the game's just gonna go, oh, here you go, here's a few spell books, and here's a bow, and here's also a scroll, just in case you can't use either for whatever reason. They do this also in one of the main quests. Perhaps the one where you gotta use fire and ice spells to realign some mirrors. And they just provide you a book of each one. Which is also funny because you get the flame spell by default. But they still provide you a book. Hey, I don't have enough alteration to use my magic, and I'm still doing that thing where I do not want to personally pick locks, so here you go, buddy.
Okay, got it.
This is just an early look for whenever I finally do enough Fallout 4 to get my Kate as my buddy.
Anything else?
Ooh boy, 4 gold coins. That is something that I've thought about, you know, every now and then. I'm sure we all have our little backseat gamer thoughts, not gamer, game designer thoughts. Where it's like, cool, you know, you open a chest, oh, it's got maybe a garnet, a few gold coins. But then it's like, well, if every chest, though, had like me going, oh, whoa, cool, I got 200 coins and an enchanted axe. And then there's so many chests laying around, that'll very quickly increase my wealth. And then on the other hand, if you just start, okay, well, I'll just remove a few chests and increase the rewards of the other, then I guess it kind of ruins the whole sense of exploration. For example, going into here. Oh, god damn it. Ah, fuck that money. But then again, my reward for exploration for that chest was 2 gold coins and a potion. But hey, this is interesting, and I think our buddies just got darted to death. Hey, Sheriff, come here. Come here, come here, come here. I need you to check the place first.
What can I do for you?
Fine, I'll do it myself. So the miners have dug into a crypt. Interesting. And we found his remains. If you would like to read, go on ahead and pause. I'll go page by page here. Did he write down last entry? Probably, since he did write about his upcoming doom. So here's a rather unique two-handed sword. We can't put any enchantments on it. On the other hand, it doesn't use charges. It's on a cooldown. And when you power attack, it shoots out an energy beam.
What a sight.
Indeed. You like my sword? Damn, that's not what I wanted. Nor that. So I hope you all figured out the little puzzle here to get through this door. Yep. Frustratingly, the cooldown timer, yeah, it's about, I think, a straight 30 seconds. Unless I'm horribly messing up my button presses here. So let's just look around a little bit, see what's going on while waiting for that cooldown to go off. And, there we go. Next up, vertical strikes. Oh, sorry, bud. I was trying to do the Link sword twirl, but that activates the "you are now attacking" state. Now vertical and what the fuck? That wasn't. None of those were vertical. I mean, none of those are horizontal. There we go. God damn it. Yeah, I think in vanilla Skyrim, like, it depends. Like, there's some thing you had to like walk a certain way to do vertical or horizontal beams, which doesn't quite work when you're in VR. Come on. Close enough. Well, looks like there is more dungeon to go through, so I'll be seeing you all next time. Later.